I'm going to type a single prompt into Claude and it's going to build a full hero section on my Webflow site. Not generate code I have to paste in, not give me suggestions I have to implement. It's going to do it directly on my canvas in real time. This is Claude code connected to Webflow through MCP. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to set it up and the workflow so they're actually going to save you hours on client projects. So Webflow has an official MCP server that connects AI tools directly to your Webflow designer. Pair it with Claude Code and Claude can take real actions on your site. Add it on your canvas, manage your CMS, run audits, or clean up your design system. All from a single prompt. The setup is a bit more involved than a one-click plugin, but I walk you through every step. So let's get into it. And so the very first thing that we need to do is we need to install Node. So we're just gonna head to this website and we're gonna leave a link down in the description so you can just head there. We go to the download section and download it for our operating system, which in my case is macOS, but obviously it also works for Windows. And so we're just gonna head through these steps really quick, through the steps of this installation process. And after this is finished, we have basically upgraded the capabilities of our terminal, which we will need for Claude Code. And right now I'm just going to show you the demo site that we will be using in this tutorial really quick. So I've set this up before. And by the way, if you want to try this out for yourself, you can grab the free clonable that is this exact site. And I've put the link in the description so you can grab it and just follow along. So make sure to check that out. What is pretty interesting is we also have this kind of about site. Maybe we'll do something with that. Let's see. And also there's a blog section which is implemented. Like before, I have already created some blog articles for this site. And I'm very excited to see if Claude can help us with making new blog articles and expanding this a little bit. And so let's continue to the next step. So the next thing that we need to do is launch the terminal app, which is a native macOS app. Don't worry, this won't be very complicated. And then we'll simply copy this line into terminal and just hit enter and then wait for a little bit. We will put the link to the official guide in the description so you can just copy the lines and not manually type everything. If you want to check if it worked, we can type Claude -- version and see our version number. And so everything worked just fine. And so the second step is we need to add the Webflow MCP server. So I'm just going to drop this line also into terminal and everything should have worked great. And then we simply type in Claude to launch Claude Code and it should automatically greet us with this kind of welcome message. And what we see here now is kind of the setup. So we can choose like the color scheme and how you navigate in here is through the arrow key. So you can move up and down and choose whatever you like. And you confirm your selection by hitting enter. And I'm just going to walk you through this here. So I'm just going to log in through my Claude account. Just going to continue through these security nodes. And we want to set up the Claude terminal setup so we can use it right in this terminal. And hit enter in here and it will warn you a few times that Claude Code can take independent actions. We're just going to confirm this. And in here we are going to use the high effort because we want the best possible outcome for our sites. And basically at this step we are already done and we can use Claude Code for whatever we want. But let's just check if our MCP is already connected. So I'm just going to type /MCP list. And in here it's going to show us our active connected MCPs. And so this Webflow one, it says we still need to authenticate. So I'm just going to hit enter here and it will open the window. We just need to confirm this. And in this page, we want to authorize which sites the MCP has access to. So I'm just going to pick this RxStudio one, which is the demo site, hit authorize, and that's basically it. So we go back in here and now basically we can really use it. And I'm just going to try this one to say, give me a link to open the RxStudio website in the Webflow designer. Because now that it's set up, we can just talk in normal language now. And it will take a few seconds and go through our authorized sites and then hopefully find the RxStudio website and give us the link. And what also happens commonly is we need to accept that Claude Code can proceed. And we're just going to hit yes here and don't ask again. And later I'm going to show you a little trick that you can automate this and not hit accept every time. All right, it has given us the link. So I'm just going to copy this and paste this in my browser and see if it really works. So just going to paste this in here and let's hope that it works. So it's just loading up Webflow and everything worked great. We're now in the Webflow designer, so it really has access to a website. And so then we can proceed to the next steps that we want to try. And for the next step, we want to make sure to launch this Webflow MCP bridge app, which should be automatically be installed when you install the MCP. And just make sure to leave this open in the background so the Webflow site can talk to the Claude code. And now I think we're ready for our first challenge that we want to give to Claude Code. So I'm gonna go back to the terminal. And I think for this, we just want to let it change the headline for the hero section. I'm just gonna put this prompt in here to change the section headline to something like websites that will work as hard as you do. And let's see if this first test will actually work. I will speed up the sections because usually it can take some time from a few seconds to a few minutes. So I just speed up this section so you don't have to watch through this. Obviously, it doesn't make a lot of sense to just change one headline with an AI prompt because you can just do it manually. But we just want to do this as a test and see if it works. And so it has passed the first test and changed the headline just as we wanted to. And for the next one, I'm thinking we give it a little bit more challenge right now. So I'm thinking we let it try and add a why choose us section with 3 different cards. One that says custom design, the other that says made in web, like built in Webflow, and the other one is like launch ready. So 3 cards with different texts. And let's see how it will handle this and if it can actually design a new section and create these kind of cards. And by the way, Claude Code will automatically make the changes. You don't have to refresh the page or anything. So I'm just gonna like put this in the foreground so that we can see if it does anything in the meantime and see if it actually works. And so everything that you see in the Webflow Designer changing right now is purely Claude Code. I'm not doing anything. I'm just moving the mouse cursor, but all the actions that are done in the designer is done by Claude Code. And so we see kind of how it works. It is creating the new headings and the new texts and doing it one by one. And what I've noticed from testing this a lot in the last couple of days is that for visual design updates, it can take quite a long time because it needs to be aware of the whole structure and it needs to know how it looks visually. So it will take screenshots and snapshots in the meantime while building. So it can take quite a long time. But I think now it's already quite finished with the section, I guess. But let's wait till we see that it's done and we can always check the progress in the Claude Code window so we can check what it does in the meantime. And I think right now it's quite finished. And let's see, it will give us a short summary what it has done, like from the styling, and let's check the result. And a bit of a weird thing is that right now it's at the bottom of the page. So I'm just going to move this up here at the right position. So it's basically just a headline with a subtitle and some weirdly spaced cards. But I think design-wise, it's not the greatest thing ever built, but maybe we can use it as a foundation to build upon. But yeah, maybe they will improve upon this in the future. I think the greatest strength is actually in managing the CMS right now. So let's just jump into the CMS and I'm going to show you what I've created here on my own. And in here are a few blog articles with a few different fields that I've created as a demo for a design agency. And so here's the blog site itself, and these articles are already linked with the CMS. So if we add any articles in here, they will show up below. And I think for our next challenge, we're gonna let Claude Code add some relevant blog articles to the site. And so I'm just gonna put in my prompt in here, create 5 new blog posts in the Arc Studio blog collection. Each post should have all necessary fields filled out. And it should be optimized for SEO and set the status to draft for now. And the topic should be relevant, of course, to a web design agency or studio audience. And I think that's good. And just gonna hit enter and let's see what it comes up with. Normally this shouldn't take too long. So let's see. And I think now it's already done. So as for blog posts and text-based content, it's quite a lot faster. So let's go into the CMS and see what it did. So I see here that there are a couple new blog posts that it created and it looks very, very nice. And they put all of them to draft and I'm just gonna publish them for a second so we can see them in here. And it's actually quite amazing. It formatted everything quite like a blog post and everything is in here. So it saved us a lot of time. But one thing I don't like is we don't have any images in here. So I think we should add some images for the blog post based on the assets in the Webflow Asset Manager. So I'm gonna add this prompt and basically tell it to take images that we've already uploaded and to put it to the relevant blog articles. So let's see if we can do that. And now a couple seconds later, it's telling us that it has already done that. So let's see, there is in fact one of the images from the assets in here, but I can't see it yet. But I think this is because we just need to publish the blog post. So I'm just gonna set them all to publish. And everything worked quite well. So we see each of the blog articles now has a blog image. And if we click on here, it will have this huge background image. I mean, some of the articles have the same image, and I don't know if they are all that relevant to the article itself. But I think it's quite nice, and it can save us a lot of time if we have to like go through hundreds of blog articles. So I think that's quite amazing. And now something else that can be quite tedious if we don't let AI do it. So I'm just gonna go into the blog post template in here. And here we see the meta description, also the title tag and everything, which is always quite a lot of work, especially if you're dealing with a large scale site. So I think we're just gonna make it easy for us and test this one. So I'm just gonna put in the prompt, look at the existing blog posts in the collection. And I basically want to make Claude create new meta descriptions for all the blog articles and to update all of them to include a meta description if they don't have one already, and also make them SEO optimized. So let's hit enter and see what Claude will make of this. And a few seconds later, it's already done. As I said, with text-based inputs, it's quite fast. And so here's what it created. Here's the full list. But I want to see if it actually created new fields or what it did exactly. So I'm just gonna go into a random blog post. And if we go down here, we see the meta description field, which is great. And the only thing left to do is we need to link it here in the template, but this is very easy. We just go in here and add the field. So we would need to add the field name and also add the field meta description. And this basically takes all the meta descriptions from all the different fields and puts it on the relevant articles. So this is amazing. And we're just gonna link the open graph titles and description here. And basically all the blogs now have relevant meta descriptions, which I just think is amazing because this took like 3 minutes and it saves us so much time. And now let's do another thing where Claude is absolutely amazing in my opinion, is for running SEO audits. So I'm just gonna put in a new prompt. And basically what we want to test is if Claude can actually audit our site for SEO, missing meta titles and descriptions, images without alt text, and so on and so on. And basically let it create a complete custom SEO audit that we can potentially also sell to clients if we wanted to. And so now a few minutes later, it went through the whole site, which is amazing. It created this really in-depth SEO audit with some custom suggestions, what we should fix first and what we should do later. I'm not gonna go through very much detail here, but it's giving us a really detailed report, which we can also give to a client if we don't want to do this all ourselves. But what would be, of course, interesting if we let Claude fix these issues. So I'm gonna put in another prompt that basically tells Claude to fix the 3 most important issues, add missing alt text to images, use descriptive text, and so on and so on. And basically also just a test to see if Claude Code can do it, but I'm very confident that it will work, and let's see in a second. So Claude just told us that it has fixed all these issues, but we are gonna check to make sure everything is right. Just gonna head to home, and here it is. The meta description is added, which is great. So this already worked, and now we also gonna check the alt text if they were added. And I'm just gonna go into this blog section and go to a random blog post and see if it has added alt text. And if we go down here, we see that these alt texts were added, which is great. And I think it's pretty insane that it went through the whole site, checked all the images and added all the missing details that we specified. And again, it just saves us so much time. If you have hundreds of images, if we have hundreds of like pages, then it's just amazing what it can do. And I think now as a last test, we're gonna try something again more advanced. So I'm just gonna put in this prompt to build me a full contact page with a form that has fields for name, email, project type, dropdown. So we want this a little bit more advanced. I want to make it a full page, budget range, a message text area, style it to match the rest of the site, and so on and so on. And I'm just gonna hit enter and see what it comes up with. And we're just gonna watch this build live. Because normally, as we've seen in our last test with visual design, it's not that powerful already. but it already has started creating the section, and actually 2 sections, but I think that's like a bug or something. And right now it's creating all the necessary fields for the form. So the name field and also email field and so on and so on. And right now it's not looking that bad, but we'll see how it looks when it's finished. And I'm also curious to see if it's actually a working form or it's just some random fields. So I think now it's done, and let's give this a quick test, how good it really is, if it's responsive and so on. And again, it has created this section at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to move this up here and see if the fields work. So everything is connected, which is nice. The drop downs work. Very cool. So I think it's a fully functioning form, which is amazing. And let's quickly check if this is also responsive. So here is the mobile version, which is great. Also the tablet version works fine. And I mean, it's not the best looking section in the world, but it's just insane if you think about what we created from just a single prompt, which honestly is just mind blowing if you think about it. And so that's Cloud Code connected to Webflow through MCP. The setup takes a few minutes, but once it's running, you have an AI assistant that can build sections on your canvas. And all that just from a few prompts. I've linked the clonable Webflow project in the description so you can try everything I showed you today. So, one more thing. Webflow also has a simpler integration through Claude's connector feature in Claude AI. It's a one-click setup, but it's more limited. It handles CMS and data work, but it can't make visual changes like we showed you today. If you just want the content management side of things without the setup, that's worth checking out. And if you want to create pro-level websites with total creative control, follow the link in the description to Flux Academy's Webflow Masterclass, which will teach you how, step by step. Subscribe if you found this useful and drop a comment letting us know what you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching.